Most men never get past 20% body fat no matter what they do. They can fast, cut carbs, lose weight, regain it multiple times. I know because I've seen it thousands of times. And these are the 3 stages you need to go through, whatever your starting body fat is. Stage 1 runs from wherever you're starting down to around 20%. And for most men that I work with, that's the first 6 to 12 weeks, and it feels deceptively easy. You can move fast here without much downside because there's still plenty of fat to pull energy from, and the deficit doesn't yet bite. A chunk of what comes off in week 1, for example, isn't even fat. Well, it's a bit of fat, it's water, it's stored carbs, well, glycogen, and those shift once you cut food. And that's the exact reason you can lose a crazy amount of scale weight in the first 2 to 3 weeks when you go low carb. Also, on the flip side, that's the main reason elite UFC fighters end up putting on 10 to 20 pounds overnight through carbs and hydration. But the mistake that most men make here is at stage 1 is assuming this is how the whole diet goes. Not a chance. But that one wrong assumption is basically the reason stage 2 flattens so many of them. So stage 2 starts around 20%, and it's where the diet stops rewarding you in the same way it did in stage 1. And it's confusing because you're putting in the same effort, if not more. You're doing the same things that got you here. You lost weight doing what you're doing right now, but your body gets less fat to pull from. So the same deficit takes a bigger bite of what's already there. So to go from 20% down to 15, you're not just losing 5% body fat. You're losing around a quarter of the fat you have left. And it's not just the maths that's working against you. Hunger builds here too. And it keeps building the leaner you get. It's not some switch that flips once and just levels off. If you were sailing through stage 1, barely noticing you were dieting, this is the stage where you'll notice. Then there's the movement that starts to drop off. And like with everything, this is not every guy, but I've coached enough men to know that this can happen. And it's what the research supports too. So I watch for it. Pacing on calls turns into sitting through them. The stairs you used to take turns into the lift or the escalator. And you don't even clock you've made the swaps. I don't expect you to, really. Because none of it gets logged anywhere. Like, why would you log something you don't even notice? I mean, why would you log that anyway? But, you know. Now, put any of that together, you've got rising hunger, less movement for some, less room for error for others, and now you've got a plateau that feels like your body is just broken. But I can assure you, it isn't. It's adapting how it should to a perceived threat, that threat being your deficit. But this is the point of friction that nobody warns men about before they start. It happens to nearly every man who diets long enough to actually reach this point. And it's exactly why so few actually get through it. They assume they're broken, then they go hunting for a brand new diet when the one they're on is already working. It just needs recalibrating. So I recently coached one of my clients, Paul, through this exact scenario. 28% down to 20 in under 3 months. And now, I don't blame him, but he felt unstoppable. But then there was that 2 weeks of nothing. Even though he felt like he was putting in the same effort, he was tracking his food the same way, the scale didn't budge for 14 days and he didn't see any improvements. So like most men here, Paul thought it was his metabolism that had slowed down. But this wasn't the reason. Well, I mean, his did, but it wasn't the reason he was stuck. His body was now 18 pounds lighter, so he was burning fewer calories just going about his day. That shrank his deficit. But he was still guessing his calories the same way he always had. I mean, it worked at stage 1. But it's just now that guessing is not going to cut it. The margin for error has vanished. The problem is most men start doing daily cardio or extra cardio here. They start trying to burn as many calories as possible while eating as little as possible. And for Paul, The temptation was there, of course, but we had a different plan, because that is the version that actually breaks most men. That's why most men end up stuck here. They put more cardio in. They eat even less food until they can't hold it anymore. So they binge. Maybe it's an evening binge. Maybe it's an evening binge every week, or maybe a whole entire weekend. Or even worse, they scrap their diet completely. And this is a bit that doesn't really get its own percentage range. I mean, it kind of does. It's down to 15%. But it's what happens in stage 2 once you actually deal with it properly. So this is what gets you to stage 3. Getting Paul through stage 2 wasn't about just pushing harder. It was about slowing down, reflecting, and then agreeing on what the next step was. Because the rate you lose weight is meant to change as you get leaner. Something close to 1% of your body weight in stage 1 is fine, it's normal, it's predictable. But by the time you're deep into stage 2, you're getting closer to 15% body fat. That number will be closer to 0.5%. That's not just what worked for Paul, it's worked for hundreds of men. It's what the research says and my experience suggests. And it won't be every week. Remember, you won't lose weight every week. It will show up in your 2-week average, sometimes not even your weekly average. So I asked Paul how he felt about everything. He said it was fine. I told him to get to 15%, it's going to take 12 to 20 weeks from here. He was a bit surprised, yeah, don't blame him. But he said, why not? Let's go. Let's go for it. But then we spoke about a diet break for the psychological benefits. You know, where you spend a week or 2 at maintenance before you just give it that last push. He said he didn't want to lose momentum, so we ditched that idea. Then I gave Paul a new calorie target of 2100, and we worked on tracking everything he ate and drank accurately. 7 days a week, no exceptions. If he ate a meal out or on the go, he used AI to give him the best guess, and everything else was perfectly weighed, well, as perfect as it can be, and tracked. We kept steps at 8 to 12,000 a day. We didn't change that. We didn't add in extra cardio because he was already lifting 4 times a week and he didn't have the time for anything else. And with this, we managed to get down to 195 pounds at 15% body fat over the next 15 weeks. But remember, Paul's frustration at stage 2 was never really about the plateau. Obviously, no one wants to get stuck, but it was about expecting stage 1's pace to carry on forever. And that's exactly when most men quit or jump to a completely different diet. Right when one small adjustment would have gotten things moving again, would have got them to 15% body fat. So if you're around 20% right now, wondering why nothing's moving, I can tell you nothing's broken. You're in stage 2, and now you know the adjustment that gets you through it. Same as it did for Paul. Slow down before your body forces you to. Track it properly. And stage 2 stops becoming the place you get stuck. And you actually do get to 15% body fat. And if you want to know how to automate your nutrition, watch this video next. I go over the 5 meals I eat to stay at 15% body fat all year round. Go give it a watch, and I'll see you there.